Hello everybody, my name is Jackson Fletcher. Communication is very important in our daily lives. You can use communication to express how you feel, what you're thinking, or saying hello to somebody. You can have verbal and nonverbal communication. An example of verbal communication is saying hello or asking a question or anything. And nonverbal would be your body language or using your hands to talk as if you need to be quiet and you need to ask somebody something. You can also write something down or send a text message or use a phone call. And the basis of communication, you have a sender, a receiver, a message, and a channel, and noise, and the cognitive process. For the sender to send a message to the receiver, it has to travel through a channel. The channel is what holds the message to gets it to the receiver, or the path the message travels in. The channel can be disrupted with noise. Noise is anything that breaks up the channel and messes up the message. Noise could be somebody standing in the way to where you can't hear somebody because they're blocking the sound coming through, or you can't see them, you can't see their emotions, so you can't really read them. Or it could be static in a phone call, or the phone breaking up in the middle of the call. And as the message goes through the channel, the receiver ends up receiving the message. And the receiver decodes and encodes the message using the internal cognitive process. The cognitive process allows participants to send, receive, and understand messages through encoding and decoding. Encoding is the process of turning thoughts into communication. As if you were thinking to yourself, I'm very hungry. I want to ask my friend if he wants to go eat somewhere. And you say, hey, do you want to go eat somewhere? That's the process of encoding. Decoding is the process of turning communication into thoughts, as if somebody just asked me a question and you have to break it down and really understand what they just said. And as after all that encoding and decoding that the receiver does, the receiver then sends another message back through the channel back to the sender. And then the sender turns it to the receiver, and the receiver does that whole process over again and sends another message to the receiver. And it just happens over and over and over until the conversation is done. People don't really understand how important communication is. They really underestimate it. They don't realize that we do it 24/7, or that we really can't live without it. With communication, you get through your daily lives. You can't really live without communication, because communication makes everything so much easier. Just imagine a world where there was no form of communication. You can't get your thoughts or your feelings off to anybody. And just communication just makes everything so much easier. Thank you for listening.